Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Day 4. I love this series. I'm having so much fun right now. It's August 6th. We're previewing the Buffalo Bills, the 4th team in order. And let's get right into it. The Bible verse. You know the drill. Today's Bible verse, Romans 15:13. Romans, one of my favorite books of the Bible. So let's get right into this. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Put your trust in the Lord. Put your burdens, whatever it is, put it in the hands of the Lord, for he is much bigger than your problems. The Lord is almighty. He's the King of kings, which we described in the last preview Bible verse. He is the King of all kings. He is the Lord. He is almighty. For that if you trust in him, and if you live for him, and if you devote your life to glorifying him and spreading his word, he will fill you with joy, with peace. He will give you the ability to just take on life and be as firm and as strong as you need to be and as happy as you need to be in life. When you face encounters and hard times and difficulties, the Lord fills you with hope, with joy, with peace, and he will allow you to work through those, and he will be by your side no matter what. The Lord wants to have you. The Lord wants you to love him the way the Lord loves you. So allow the Lord to work within you, and he will do great things as you do great things to glorify the Lord. Let's get right into this preview. I'm so excited. I love this series. We're previewing today the Buffalo Bills, one of the best teams in the NFL. We had another banger last episode, the Baltimore Ravens, who just were an explosive offense. And again, we're looking at another explosive offense. The Buffalo Bills, 13-4. 13 wins, 4 losses. An absurd season. They finished second in the AFC. They were one of the best teams in the entire NFL on offense last season, just behind the Detroit Lions. 30.9 points per game, second in the NFL. 65 touchdowns, second in the NFL. And on the defensive side of the ball, 21.6 allowed points per game, 11th in the NFL. All 3 major stats that I look at, they are on the positive side, just outside of the top 10 on the defensive side of the ball as well. They were very, very good. They came down to the final drive against the Kansas City Chiefs in the conference championship. They were 1 drive short of the Super Bowl last season. That's how good this team was. And they should have gone to that game. I was honestly, even as a Dolphins fan, they're a division rival. They have owned us for the past 6 years. Let's be honest. I'm not going to lie here. The Buffalo Bills have owned us. They have owned the division for the past 5 or 6 years. And it's going to be much of the same this season. I'm predicting that they're going to be super good again. They're going to continue to develop. They have young offensive weapons. Keon Coleman is going to be dangerous, but we'll get into that more down the line. This team is looking to build off of the 2nd overall points per game, the 2nd overall touchdowns, the 11th. They're looking to improve that number and get inside the top 10. This is a team that is well coached, a great coach in Sean McDermott. They have the reigning MVP in Josh Allen. They have trouble on the ground with James Cook. He's a bad, bad man. They have Khalil Shakur, Keon Coleman, all these dogs, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox. They have studs across the board. That's just the offensive side of the ball. The Buffalo Bills are one of the best, if not the best team in the NFL. I'll scream it from the mountaintops. The Buffalo Bills are legit this season. They're scary. They're going to be coming for it all, and they are going to be dominating teams. Let's look at these teams that are going to be, unfortunately, in the way of the Buffalo Bills. Starting off, we saw it last video, the Baltimore Ravens. Luckily for the Bills, this is a home game. It is Sunday Night Football, Week 1, the first Sunday Night Football of the season. And it's going to be crazy. In Buffalo, Week 1, primetime game. These fans are going to be ready. We know how Bill Mafia travels. We know what they get up to, and they are not going to make it easy on the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. This is going to be a loud atmosphere. It's going to be a big atmosphere, and they are ready to play. Football is going to be underway, and the Bills are going to be running, and they're going to travel in herds, filling up Highmark Stadium, and it's going to be a crazy matchup. Following the Baltimore matchup, they travel to New York, the Big Apple, Week 2, to face on the New York Jets, a new and improved team under new quarterback Justin Fields. And then they'll come back home to play their little bro in the AFC East. It's sad to admit, it's sad, but it's true. We are little bro in the AFC East. The Baltimore Bills, what the heck? The Buffalo Bills, apologies, have owned us over the past couple of seasons, and that will probably be much in the same in 2025. Then they face the New Orleans Saints, who, let's be frank, are probably one of the worst, if not the worst teams in the NFL. They'll run right through that game. Then they play the Patriots, a team that's going to be interesting, but I don't think they'll put up much of a fight. Then they will go to Atlanta, take on Michael Penix Jr., the sophomore quarterback and squad, and that could be a very good game. And again, we see another early bye week. I'm sensing a theme this season. A lot of teams have earlier bye weeks, week 7, so they will have their break early on in the first half of the season. Then they go to Carolina, take on a Bryce Young-led Carolina team who can be very interesting. I feel like I've mentioned this every single video so far because Carolina has been in every single schedule. They could be very interesting if they pull the right strings and they play the way we believe they can. Also, Carolina is the next video in the series. Then they take on their arch rivals in the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes and squad They play in Highmark in Buffalo at 4:25 in November, the first game in November. That will be a great game. The rematch of the AFC Championship. The Buffalo Bills looking to strike hard and get revenge. Moving on to the latter half of the season, they travel to Miami at 1 p.m. Lucky for them, it's not too early in the season, so Miami shouldn't be too scorching hot, but it will still be pretty humid down in South Beach. Then they will play at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, that whole squad, Emeka Egbuka, who I'm really excited to watch this season as a rookie, Bucky Irving, who was phenomenal in his rookie season, and then other offensive studs. And then they travel to Houston, travel to Pittsburgh for 2 tough road games, playing CJ Stroud, Aaron Rodgers, and 2 respected opponents. That Houston game will be a Thursday night football game, so it'll be on Prime Video, a must-watch game, and that will be very, very interesting. I'm very glad the Buffalo Bills have primetime games this year because they're going to be a fun team to watch. And then they play the Steelers at 4:25 in Pittsburgh, followed by playing at home against the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that is looking for revenge after missing out in the postseason last year. Joe Burrow and squad, one of the best offenses in the NFL, probably a top 3, top 5 offense, and they're going to look to explode after having all of their playmakers back on new contracts on the offensive side of the ball. And then they will travel to New England to play their second division game against the Patriots. That'll be at 1 o'clock on December 14th, week 15, followed by week 16 at Cleveland. Should be another dog walk of a game as Cleveland has a lot of wrinkles they need to iron out. And then they will play Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, at home, 4:25 on December 28th. Mark your calendars, folks. Mark your calendars. You see December 28th? Check. 3 days after Christmas. It's a little delayed gift, but the NFL has given it to us. One of the best matchups of the season. Clash of powerhouses, and maybe, just maybe, a potential Super Bowl preview. Who knows? 2 of the best teams in each of their respected conferences. This game could be seriously good. Seriously good. And then week 18, their flex game against the New York Jets, Justin Fields and company, popping up once again, division rivals, finishing off this season. It is a flex game week 18, to be determined on when that will be played. Phenomenal schedule. Phenomenal schedule for the Buffalo Bills. Very in their favor. As we see here, the 10th easiest strength of schedule. We saw teams on there such as the Saints, the Patriots, the Browns, teams that they should run through and have some easy wins. I believe the Bills might finish with the best record in the NFL. We'll see all those record predictions at the end of this series on September 4th, right before kickoff for the Cowboys and the Eagles. They start off again against the Buffalo at home, Sunday Night Football. Cinema of a matchup, must watch, a great way to open off Sunday Night Football and start off this NFL season. It is a gift from the NFL, and it is going to be a great matchup, a rematch of the divisional round in 2024. Ravens looking to get back for the Bills looking to stake their claim as Big Bro over the Ravens. 5 primetime games. As I mentioned, I'm glad they have a lot of primetime games this season, about the 3rd most in the NFL with 5 primetime games. We see them on Amazon Prime, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. They're going to be all over the board, and they're going to be must-watch football this season. Very excited for Buffalo to have the spotlight, and I'm excited to see what they can do. As much as I love the Miami Dolphins, this team's going to be undeniably good this season. They're going to be undeniably dominant, and they are going to be so good to watch. And the guy that I'm looking out for when I watch these games, right there. Keon Coleman entering his sophomore season, he showed glimpses of his deep threat playmaking abilities in his rookie year. He was able to get lateral, get downfield, make plays, make defenders miss, go over defenders. He can do it all. He has such a unique skill set. He's fast. He can go over players. He can go through players. He was a dual sport athlete at Michigan State before transferring to Florida State. He was played basketball, played football. He has a great vertical. He's a freak athlete overall, and he's going to showcase that in his sophomore season. I expect Keon Coleman to be the breakout guy for the Buffalo Bills. He has potential to be a breakout across the league. He can put the whole league on notice, be one of the better receivers in the NFL, and finish with a great stat line if he wants to. I mean, he looked absolutely dominant in some of those plays his rookie year, just flashing those glimpses of greatness. I think Keon Coleman can be as good as he wants to be, and I believe that he will continue to stake his claim and maybe make a push for that wide receiver 1 over Khalil Shakir, who currently holds it. Some departures for the Buffalo Bills. They lost Von Miller, who eventually went to go sign with the Commanders just recently. Amari Cooper walked out of the door, and then Mac Hollins as well walked out of the door. Not too many big just misses for the Buffalo Bills, not too many big departures, but it will set up for Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir to have the floor. They also got Elijah Moore, Josh Palmer, 2 great targets that can help them down the line. Very excited to see how these Buffalo Bills perform this season, because they're looking to come off of a Josh Allen MVP performance in 2024. 4,262 yards, 40 total touchdowns, 28 through the air, 12 on the ground, opposed to 6 interceptions. Definition of a big dual threat, great quarterback in Josh Allen. Keon Coleman, we've mentioned him so many times in this video. Last season, only 29 catches, 556 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He was a rookie. He didn't get involved as much as they needed in the offense. He will this year. He's going to get good production, especially with the losses like we mentioned. Amari Cooper, Mac Hollins leaving the building. It just shakes up for Keon Coleman to step up and get his role in this offense. And then James Cook last season, 1,009 rush yards, breaking that 1,000 yard mark in the first time in his career, and then 18 touchdowns to go along with it. Sir, 18 touchdowns? Are we serious? A great performance on the ground, finding the end zone 18 times, tied second among all players in 2024. And they were conservative with the ball. They hardly turned it over. Like we mentioned, Josh Allen, only 6 interceptions, only 2 lost fumbles across the board, 8 turnovers over 17 games last season, the first by a margin in the NFL. 32 rush touchdowns, dominant on the ground, again, first in the NFL. And why was it so? They started their average possession on the 33-yard line, the best in the NFL. Very worth noting that they start off, their special teams unit is very, very good. Their punt returners, kick returners, their defense, allowing them to just pin their opponent back in their backfield, so setting up short punts. They are dominant all around as a football team, very, very sound, and they look to make a great push as they continue to grow as a unit. Sean McDermott entering his 9th season as the head coach, defensive-minded guy, as we can see reflected in that average start for drive at the 33-yard line. That defense just suffocates, doesn't allow much movement, pins offenses back, and makes them work in uncomfortable spots. This Buffalo Bills squad is so well-rounded, so good all around, and I'm so excited to see them and what they can do this season. Hopefully breaking through finally to reach the Super Bowl, and hey, maybe even hanging a banner for the first time in franchise history. The Buffalo Bills have a lot to work for this season, and they have a lot on the line, but I believe they are ready to step up to the challenge, and they can go as far as they want to go. For the Buffalo Bills, it's going to be a great 2025 season, and make sure you like and subscribe so you stay tuned, and we preview all 32 NFL teams. Having so much fun so far with this series. I hope you guys are too. Make sure to like, subscribe, but most importantly, say it with me now, you know it by now, keep God number 1. It's been Brogan, and I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow.